You ever do any like music or anything?
Like music mixing?
Yeah.
No, I'm not as good as Glitch X City. She's awesome though. Have you ever heard any of her remixes? I used
I've never heard of her until just now.
really? She's really good remixer, Glitch X City. Which by the way, she gets full credit for using for me using her songs in those two trailers that I did. What's going on, guys? My name is Jason Fisher, but you probably knew that already. And here I am joined with
Tyler DeLoro.
nice to meet you, Tyler. Actually, no, I've known him for a while. You guys should be nice to meet him. I just met him, and I don't know why I'm doing a full-on intro when it's this. We're only gonna go for like 5 minutes just to see how our audio qualities are.
How about you do it and like just don't save?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna bother saving. But you'll see me starting up the file here. Well, I mean, on the actual legit recording, you'll see that.
How about we time it so that like I can I'll be recording on the GameCube while you're taking your sister. Unless you want me to come with.
You know what? Actually, I would rather prefer that. Yeah, because I mean, both of us would be here at the same time.
Alright.
That's kind of why I had you here rather than just playing it at home. Or like, I don't like those Skype call things. Like, I really don't. What do you think I should name our rival when we actually do this?
Something vulgar.
I
That's what I always do. That is like you're obligated to that basically.
tell you what. I'm not really vanilla, so I'm not gonna go Gary, but. I don't know. I just don't like the name Carl. I don't like the name Carl. That doesn't seem like it would like his name. I can understand if he was like a little nerdy white boy, then Carl would work, but Carl just seems like one of those names where you're like, oh, that guy's a dick. I hope everybody remembers this little gem.
I've noticed that like the rivals in the first two generations were complete assholes, and then like the rest of the generations, they're like your best friends.
Yeah, like I never understood that. Like, what was his name from Black and White 2, where it was the kid who was always looking for his sister's Perleoin? What was that kid's name? Drake, or that's what I named him at least.
I don't even remember.
I don't know. It's something with a D. I don't remember like his actual like they call it like official name, but you could actually name him whatever you want. Like in first gen, it's Blue or Gary, whichever one. Technically, Blue is official, and then in Gold and Silver, technically your name was like Jimmy or something like that, or Ethan. Some people say Ethan. I say Jimmy because of the Ryko movie. And then your rival's supposed to be Silver, or I forget what his name was supposed to be. I don't remember actually. And then in third gen, they had, based on which gender you picked, their default was actually their name, because you can't pick your rival's name in third gen. It's either May or Brendan. And then fourth gen, they just kind of continued that, which I think his name's actually supposed to be Barry if you follow like the anime or whatever. I always just named him Gavin because he's kind of silly, and because Gavin from Achievement Hunter, shout out, best slow-mo guy. Oops. Really, is it gonna be the last one I pick? Honestly, you know what I never noticed?
What?
They never have them in Pokedex order.
Huh.
Like, it goes Bulbasaur, it's supposed to be Charmander, but it's Squirtle there, and then they just, I don't know, they never do these in numerical order.
They just don't give a fuck.
I know. It almost seems like it's at random, too. But what I noticed that Bulbasaur is almost always in the first slot. I don't know about you, but I'm going to be doing nicknames a lot, and I always like to nickname my Charizard Jack. I don't know why, I just do. It's something I've been doing since the original Red and Blue. I don't know why, it's just subconsciously I do that.
Yeah, I might, like, I'm not usually big on nicknames, but I'll do it for this run, just, you know, to give more character.
I don't know if I'm going to be nicknaming everything. I mean, I'll try to, but, like, it's not really required.
I think we should nickname everything that we're planning on actually using.
Like, for the Elite Four, at least?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fair. Oh, you know what? What? Actually, no, wait. We can, because if we're gonna go for 45 minutes, I don't think 45 minutes is enough time for our starters to evolve, because if you remember, we're gonna have to trade them, like, almost right off the bat. But, because we have until level 16, we have a little bit of leeway, you know?
Wait, we're trading, like, in the middle of this, or?
Well, I think in between recordings, because if we go for 45 minutes and they don't evolve, obviously we can just hit B. But we should do it like in between when we're switching, you know, when we're switching seats. I mean, that's
so we should try to evolve on screen, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll trade them before we evolve them. How about that? I'm not even have to use the potion.
Well, okay, so we're trading them.
Yes.
So like we switch.
I mean, if we forget and then we do it and then we save after they evolve, we just breed the egg, but that's gonna be a pain in the ass. So I think to avoid having to do that.
Wait, so how is this? What are we doing trade-wise? Are we like trading off every time are we trading Pokemon every time we switch capture? Or?
I think we should do that, yeah. Just so that way it's out of the way and we're not doing it on screen. I think that.
Are we trading all of our Pokemon or just the starters?
Starters, version exclusives, and trade evolutions.
And then, do we keep trading them back and forth, or just trade them once?
So let's say I trade you like on Kadabra into Alakazam. You're gonna have the Alakazam and I won't. But I think if we both catch an Abra and then evolve it and then we trade it to each other, that'll save us time.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any version exclusive trade evolutions. Like we both have access to Ghastly, we both have access to Abra, we both have access to Geodude, we both have access to Machop.
So
those are the only ones that are from Gen 1 though.
Okay, so we're trading starters, exclusives, and ones that need trade evolutions.
Yeah, I have a Word document now that you remind me. I have a Word document on my computer. It shows like a side-by-side list. One's Fire Red on one side and the other side is all Leaf Green stuff. I think Leaf Green has more version exclusives, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's like 1. Like, my list stops, like, halfway through Johto, and then I think you have halfway through Johto, and then plus Murkrow, I think. I don't remember what it is, but it's something like that. Or do I get Murkrow and you get something else?
No.
I don't remember off the top of my head. I'll have to look at the Word document after this. How long have we been going, by the way? We've been going for 8 minutes. So, really quick, I'm going to at least get to the Pokemon Center. We still continue the conversation. Oops, I walked right into a wall there because I was trying to look at the capture. Let's go up, 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 up.
This looks surprisingly good up on the big screen.
You know what? Because now I got this HDMI converter, that TV doesn't have component. So what I'm thinking, I want to see what this will look like. Because apparently, like, the bigger the screen you get, like, the more you blow it up. This right here is a 26-inch, but that over there is I think it's 50 or 60, no, it's gotta be 60, because my brother is a 55. So, the more you blow it up, like, on a bigger screen, like, obviously they had it customized because of, it's playing from the GameCube, so it's programmed to stretch like that. But, like, the bigger the screen you get, the more distorted and messed up it looks. I don't see an issue.
Yeah.
On 26 inches, I don't see a problem, but I want to see what it looked like on the 60 in the next room.
Looks very clear here.
I mean, it almost looks smooth, too. Like, animations, like...
Yeah, it looks good. It looks as smooth as the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah. And the Game Boy Advance, compared to these days, is just ancient. It's old. And then... here. I also like the joystick is something that's gonna be messing me up a lot. Like, I'll try to use the D-pad as much as possible, but like the stick just feels so smooth. Oh yeah, I forgot this is not automatic here, so I don't I'm not confined to just that. Alright. Yeah, I've only had this Charmander for about 5 minutes and it's already grown attached to me. Thank you. I love Charmander. Charmander was almost my channel mascot. But if it wasn't for that ×4 to any rock moves, then I would have picked him. And obviously, I know Ice Beam is more prevalent than rock moves, so it kind of makes my decision of Flygon to be my mascot a little mute. But still, I mean, who doesn't love Flygon? He looks jolly. Nature definitely suits him because like he looks jolly all the time. I think the only appearance that Flygon made, because I haven't watched the anime for a long time. I think I stopped watching the anime somewhat after Ruby and Sapphire's original release back in like 2000. Was it 4?
Probably.
Because I know these games came out after Ruby and Sapphire, so these were 2003. So then they had to be like 2002 or something like that.
Early 2000s.
Yeah.
I watched some of the X and Y anime. It's not bad.
Does Ash really have a Gudra? Because, like, if you noticed, for some weird reason, anything that Ash uses in the actual game, like the metagame, people you play online, for whatever weird reason, it just suddenly drops tier drastically. Like, Gudra was, like, almost OU, or I think he was OU for a long time, and then after Ash got a Gudra in the anime, he just dropped, like, drastically. I think, don't quote me on this, but I think right now he's in, like, RU or something like that. I think he might be UU, but I'm not sure. I don't really pay attention to the tier list, because if something's good, I'm going to use it. If something sucks, I'm not. So, like, UU or OU, I just really don't see a difference.
Yeah. Well, the tier list isn't really an indication of the quality, it's just popularity, right?
I think so, too, because there's a lot of Pokemon with great stats, really excellent potential to be... Okay, I'm an advocate that every single Pokemon, I stretch this, every single one, has potential to be Ubers. Because you see people all the time, like, there's a guy I like to watch on YouTube, his name's Pimpinite, where his mascot's Dragonite. And the reason I bring him up is he always has this gimmick where he likes to do theme teams, and he does like these special sweeps. He managed to sweep a team full of legendaries. I think this guy had a Primal Groudon, I think he had a Xerneas at one point, with a Caterpie. I swear to God, on my life, he did this with a Caterpie. I think he also, don't quote me on this too, but I think he had a Arceus on the other guy's team. So a sweep with Caterpie is amazing.
Yeah,
so any Pokemon, in my opinion, has potential for Ubers.
Yeah, if you get a good strategy going, you can do a lot. Also,
set up decently.
The I think like 2014 Pokemon like VGC World Champion, he had the Pachirisu on it. Yeah.
Seijin Park, I love that dude, but like Jody Azarelli should have had him. He really did. You know what? Depending on this quality, because we hit way past the 5 minute mark, so we just kept going. Depending, you know what? For a pilot episode, for like a first episode, well, I don't know why I'm blowing past all these things because I got Pokeballs now, right? This isn't a Nuzlocke or anything, so yeah, I have Pokeballs and I have money too. So you know
all
what?
you need in life: Pokeballs and money.
Yeah. And bitches too. You gotta
getting
bitches,
getting money, getting Pokemon.
You know what? I'm gonna, for a pilot episode, for episode 1, just for episode 1, we're gonna go to 20 minutes. That's if the audio quality is good. Because that's something, like, you hear about us, you know, this might have been a test or whatever. That was just because we're having a problem with our mic setup. So we're gonna go through this as if it was legit episode 1. And if the audio quality is great, we're going to use this as episode 1. And if not, we're just going to scrap it. But if you hear us talking like we're, you know, out of our butts, but don't worry about it.
That's gonna be present throughout the whole thing. So
just episode 1 though. If this audio quality is okay, because this is originally just supposed to be a test. Rattata. How do you spell Ratatouille? I don't remember.
It's like R-A. It might be too long for the name slot.
I know you can fit Thunderstruck if you leave out the vowels, but that I usually name Pikachu that Thunderstruck. Tell you what, instead of Ratatouille, no. Oh, okay. Dang it.
Rat woman, I guess.
Yeah, because I literally right now just saw that. There we go, Rat Woman. No, Rat Woman. It doesn't sound as good. I have to get a Pidgey in here, don't I, too? This is for 100% completion. No, not another Rattata. Oh, and I'm also low health, too, on everything I have, so I'm just gonna go to the Pokemon Center. I don't want this to like this. Episode 1's always boring. Let's be honest here. Episode 1 will always just be explanation, tutorial stuff. Because I think, isn't the old man that teaches us how to catch the Weedle just up north of here?
Probably,
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Episode 1 is just gonna be full of tutorials.
So we're gonna do the we're gonna do this one for this segment's gonna be 20 minutes, right?
I'm gonna try for it, yeah, and then I'm gonna go ahead and edit it right away. Like I'm gonna kill capture, go ahead and go through all that, listen to the quality, render it, and then I'm gonna play it back. If it is satisfactory, I'm gonna use it. If not, I'm gonna tweak some stuff and then we're gonna do it again. I mean, there's always got to be a bump in the road for stuff. You don't know how to catch Pokemon? I just did. Dang it! Okay, well, this is mandatory. We're gonna have to do it anyway. What I want to know is where does a random Weedle come out in the middle of town? Like,
maybe there's an invasion of them.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? Pewter. What is it? No, Viridian Forest, not Pewter Forest. Viridian Forest is just north of here. So maybe like he got lost and wandered away.
So Pokemon only live in grass. There's like all that like open field, but they only live in tall grass.
Yeah, I think they just live there. I don't think they stay there all the time. Like that's like if you have a house and you only stay in your house and that's it, period. Like you go out all the time, right? So it's like I imagine Pokemon come out of their grass sometimes. I almost had a really bad burp there, bro. Now that I had my coffee, I'm nice and strong. Something else that makes me upset, you don't get to keep the Weedle. Level 5 is a great level for catching Weedle. A
little bit of trivia, that old man who's like, in the original Japanese version, he was hungover, but they sanitized that for America.
Yeah, that he's just tired and he has to have coffee.
Yeah.
I don't like censorship like that because that's just like too extreme for my taste, really.
Yeah, like so. I mean, if you ever watch like anime, that Americanized anime, it's like so censored that it's just stupid.
There's a lot of stuff in like One Piece that's really. Am I really gonna run?
Oh yeah, One Piece was the worst.
One Piece got censored a lot. You know the dude with the sucker in America?
Yeah.
He has a cigarette.
Yeah.
Dude, people smoke all the time in America. Like it.
Like, what child has not seen a person smoking?
What kid is watching One Piece? Like, usually it's young teenagers. Granted, like, you don't want, like, a 15-year-old or a 16-year-old smoking up cigarettes all the time, but, like...
Like, having an anime character smoke's not gonna, like, change someone's mind.
That's not horrendous. That's decent, but it's not horrendous. I don't know if I should go for it one more time. You think I should go for it?
It's low enough. You can probably just catch it.
Yeah, because I don't think Mankey has that bad of capture rate. Because I think it's like the standard, isn't it? Damn it. If we're gonna do this, I'm gonna be really upset because I don't think.
Maybe you should switch to another Pokemon that's weaker and just grind him down a bit.
That is why I have a second opinion. Like this is Tyler here. Everybody's full of good ideas. Go follow him on Twitter and add him on Facebook.
I have a Twitter. I don't think I've ever made a Twitter post.
Yeah, oh, that's good. That is good. That's good. I think we actually just might end things off after I catch this Mankey. So I'm gonna have to go get some more Pokeballs with my money. Thank you, Mankey.
It's almost at 20 minutes.
Yeah.
This capturing Mankey seems like a
good stopping point. So now we're at 3 out of 386. Is it? Yeah, it's 86. Mankey. I'm gonna call you.
So this in the 386. That's first 3 generations.
That's all the way up until Deoxys, yeah.
And you can. What are we doing for the 3rd gen Pokemon? Can you
trade them in from my copy of Emerald that I'm doing the Ghost type challenge from. So when I say things like a parent series, like I mean like that series is supposed to be a parent to this, like it's taking care of it, you know?
Yeah.
All right, so really quick, I'm going to stop here. I'm not gonna save on the off chance that I need to redo this, and then if I don't, obviously I will off screen. So let's really quick. I'm gonna go ahead and kill capture. You guys go ahead and have yourselves a good day, and we'll see you next time. Tyler, you want to say something like goodbye, or?
Don't die.
That's one hell of a send off. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.